ma, tabangi gud ko sa akong module.
Ay nak, mag-deliver para ba kung aning mga inutaw? Ato lang sa imong ati patudlo ha. Basi nakahinumdom pa siya ni ana nga leksyon.
Dili ako musugot nga mapakgang ang pagtuon sa atong kabataan. Bisan ubos kita sa pandemya karon, dawata kining gasa sa edukasyon, kinasingkasi nga halad gikan ning inyong pamunuan.
Gidalit kaninyo ni Mayor Edgardo Labella, Vice Mayor Michael Lopez Rama, ang Chairman sa Committee on Education sa atong Konseho, Department of Education, Cebu City Division, Cebu City Local School Board ug Home Radio 106.7, kining Cebu City Educational Laboratory on Radio o ED Radio. ED Radio, atong dalit aron mas musayon ang pagkat-on sa atong mga tinunan gamit ang learning modules pinaagi sa pagpaminaw sa ilang mga paboritong teacher broadcasters sa kahanginan. Tune in na sa 106.7 kay matod ni Mayor, ang pagkat-on kinahanglan magpadayon.
Luka, anak, andaman ang imuhang module. Ug maminaw ta sa ED Radio, kay magsugod na ang imuhang klase.
Yes pa! Andan ako! Kamong classmates, ready na ba mo sa ato ang klase karon? Maminaw biya tawag tarong ni teacher ha? Teacher! Andan na mi!
Hello children, how are you today? Welcome to another episode of ED Radio, and we are still on air at 106.7 Home Radio. This is Teacher Neressa, your teacher broadcaster, telling you if learning English fills you blue, Teacher Neressa is here for you. Today, we are going to learn English 4 Module 5 for the first quarter. In this lesson, you are expected to define meaning of commonly used affixes, identify new meaning of words with affixes, and use words affixes in the sentence. Are you now ready to start your afternoon with full of learning? Come on, what are you waiting for? Look for a comfortable place to listen to. But before we proceed for the lesson 1 of this module, let's first check how much you learned about the lesson. This time, kindly get your learning module, your pen, and most especially your answer sheet. Don't forget to write your complete name, grade, and section. Ready? Please turn your module on page 4. Under pre-test, you are going to complete the sentences below by adding the correct affix to the word. Choose the letter of the correct answer and write your answer on your answer sheet. Let's start and begin at number 1. My friend told me an blank believable story. A un, B in, C re, D this. Again, my friend told me an blank believable story. A un, B in, C re, D this. Number 2. The news reporter looked blank sure of his details. A re, B this, C un, D in. Again, the news reporter looked blank sure of his details. A re, B this, C un, D in. Number 3. The child is hope blank that his father will buy him his dream toy car. A meant B. Full, C. Less, D. Ness. Again, the child is hope blank that his father will buy him his dream toy car. A. Meant, B. Full, C. Less, D. Ness. Number 5. Some admired him because he was fear blank to do impossible tasks. A. Full, B. Meant, C. Less, D. Ness. Again, some admired him because he was fear blank to do impossible tasks. A. Full, B. Meant, C. Less, D. Ness. Number 6. After months of delay, customers are becoming blank patient. A. Re, B. Im, C. Dis, D. Un. Again, after months of delay, customers are becoming blank patient. A. Re, B. Im, C. Dis, D. Un. Number 7. Policemen save and protect the people, so they must be fear blank. A. Ed, B. Full, C. Un, D. Less. Again, policemen save and protect the people, so they must be fear blank. A. Ed, B. Full, C. Un, D. Less. Number 8. I got a low score because I was care blank in answering the test. A. Less, B. Full, C. Dis, D. Un. Again, I got a low score because I was care blank in answering the test. A. Less, B. Full, C. Dis, D. Un. Number 9. Anna is care blank with her things. She never lost nor destroyed them. A. Full, B. Less, C. Miss, D. Re. Again, Anna is care blank with her things. She never lost nor destroyed them. A. Full, B. Less, C. Miss, D. Re. Number 9. You may be correct, but I blank agree with your opinion. A. Un, B. Meant, C. Dis, D. In. Again, you may be correct, but I blank agree with your opinion. A. Un, B. Meant, C. Dis, D. In. Number 10. Miss Cruz told me to improve my poem, so I will blank write it. A. In, B. Un, C. Im, D. Re. Again, Miss Cruz told me to improve my poem, so I will blank write it. A. In, B. Un, C. Im, D. Re. Okay, there you are. Don't forget to submit your answer to your teacher. At this time, please turn your module on page 5. Welcome to Lesson 1, Structural Analysis Affix. In this lesson, you need to know the definition of affix and its types, and identify words with affixes. Under What's New, let me read the story below and listen well. The title of the story is A Jar of Lollipops by Gretel Laura M. Cadyong and Victoria D. Mangasur. 3 days have passed since the world's strongest typhoon of 2013, Yolanda, hit the city of Tacloban. There was no electricity. There was a little food and water. The family of Mang Nilo and Aling Gloria had to leave the 2-story house, which saved them from the water that covered the entire city. We have to walk to the bus terminal, Mang Nilo announced early in the morning. But it's a long way from here, Aling Gloria said, worried. God kept us safe during the storm. He will help us get there, Mang Nilo answered. All around, they saw roofless houses and buildings destroyed by the typhoon. Lifeless bodies of men, women, children and animals scattered along the way. Mylene and Andre held each other's hands. Little Annie held Aling Gloria's hand tightly. "Hurry, everyone," Mang Nilo said. "We have a long way to go to reach the bus terminal." "Can we rest a little? We have been walking since morning," Mylene begged. "I'm hungry and thirsty. We only had one piece of bread for breakfast and nothing else," Andre added. Aling Gloria prayed silently. They had nothing left but a bottle of water and 5 slices of bread. "Here, each one, have a slice of bread and drink a little water," she said, knowing it was their last supply of food. "Look, Mother," Annie shouted. On the muddy street was a plastic jar covered in mud. Mylene and Andre ran to it. It was a jar of lollipops, muddy but sealed. "No, don't pick it up, Mylene. It's unsafe," warned Father. "It's not good to eat." The children were unwilling to let go of the jar. "Please, Father, let us keep those lollipops," Mylene and Andre pleaded. Andre picked up the jar. He cleaned it with rainwater. "It's still good," he cried and carried it along happily. They walked for several hours. It was almost dark when the family reached the bus terminal. But lo, not a single bus was there. That night, they stayed in the bus terminal waiting for a ride that would bring them to safety. Hungry, wet and tired, the family huddled together and prayed. Then Aling Gloria looked around them. It broke her heart, the little children crying in hunger. Suddenly, she remembered the jar of lollipops. "Andre, where's the jar of lollipops?" she asked. Andre handed it to her. She opened the jar and gave some to Mylene, Andre, and Annie. The little children started eating the sweet lollipops happily. It was the most delicious food they had that day. Aling Gloria shared the rest of the lollipops with the people around. Everyone ate the only food they had that night. The next morning, rescue buses arrived and brought all of them to safer place. Aling Gloria smiled as she was about to ride the bus with her family. After all, she thought, there is God and a jar of lollipops. All right, how do you find the story? Is it heartwarming? Good. Now, let's check how you really understand the story. Your answers may vary at this portion. Number 1. What is the story about? The story is about the family who are victims of Typhoon Yolanda. Number 2. What can you say about the family in the story? The family are hopeful to seek help for safety. Number 3. What kind of journey did the family take? They experienced a tough journey that they only had a little food and water. Number 5. How did the jar of lollipops help the family? It helped them ease the hunger and tiredness they feel. Number 6. How did the family stay safe? What did they do? The family stayed at the second floor of their house, and after the water subsided, they walked a long way going to the bus terminal. All right, do we have the same answers? Good. Can you relate a bit experience about the story? I hope it's a good one. Now, let us read some sentences from the story read. Let's start from number 1. No, don't pick it up, Mylene. It's unsafe, warned Father. Sentence number 2. The children were unwilling to let go of the jar. Sentence number 3. All around, they saw roofless houses and buildings destroyed by the typhoon. Sentence number 4. Lifeless bodies of men, women, children, and animals were scattered along the way. Try to look on the bold-faced words. What did you observe? Look at the word "unsafe." The root word is added with "un," which means not. "Un" is called an affix. Now, what is an affix? An affix is a letter or word added at the beginning or at the end of a root word. It gives a new meaning to the word. There are two types of affixes: prefix and suffix. Prefix is an affix added at the beginning of a word. Example: unsafe, replay, misinformed, imperfect. Suffix. Suffix, an affix added at the end of a word. Example: roofless, beautiful, cuteness. Did you now understand affixes? How about its types? Always remember that an affix is a letter or word added at the beginning or at the end of a root word. It gives a new meaning to the word. There are two types of affixes. These are prefix and suffix. I think you are now ready to answer what I can do. Kindly turn your module on page 6. Grab your pen and your answer sheet. Copy the words with affixes. Let me read the following words: district, record, inactive, wellness, imperfect, beautiful, clueless, invites, doubtful, disconnect, colorless, inform, misspell, unity, recharge. You will be given 20 seconds to answer. The timer starts now. Time is up. Let us now check your answers. Here are the words with affixes: beautiful, colorless, clueless, inactive, misspell, wellness, doubtful, imperfect, disconnect, recharge. Did you get it right? Good job! And that's end lesson 1. Please tune in for the next lesson here at 106.7 Home Radio. And now we're back. Please turn your module on page 9. We are now in lesson 2. Prefixes re, in, and this. At the end of this session, you will be able to identify words with prefix re, in, and this. Define prefixes re, in, and this, and give the new meaning of word with prefix. But before we proceed to our lesson, let us now first have a short review. Under what's in, let us answer the questions. What is an affix? An affix is a letter or word added at the beginning or at the end of a root word. It gives a new meaning to the word. What are the two types of affixes? These are prefix and suffix. What is a prefix? A prefix is an affix added at the beginning of a word. What is a suffix? A suffix is an affix added at the end of a word. Now, under what's new, look and observe the picture of boys showing different situations. What can you say in picture 1? How about picture 2? The first boy is honest. He tells his father the truth that he broke the cell phone. He is doing the right thing by telling the truth. The second boy is dishonest. He is cheating. He should study so that he will be able to answer the test because cheating is wrong. Now, look at the bold-faced word dishonest. We added this to the root word honest, which means not. This is an example of a prefix. A prefix is an affix. It is a letter or group of letters added before a word. It is added at the beginning of a word. Here are the prefix re, in, and dis. Prefix re means again. The root word is write. If we add re to write, it becomes rewrite. Rewrite means to write again. Prefix in, meaning not. The root word is valid. If we add in to valid, it becomes invalid. Invalid means not valid. Another example is correct. If we add in to correct, it becomes incorrect. Incorrect means not correct. Prefix dis means separation. If we add dis to the root word engage, it becomes disengage. Disengage means remove. Can you now tell what is prefix? What do you mean by prefix re, in, and dis? Always remember that a prefix is an affix. It is a letter or group of letters added before a word. It is added at the beginning of a word. The prefix re means again. The prefix in means not. The prefix dis means separation. I hope you learned a lot, kids. Now, are you ready to answer what I can do? Please turn your module on page 10. For letter A, read and copy the words with prefix in each sentence. Let me read them for you. Number 1. Mike is inactive in the class because he is hungry. Again, Mike is inactive in the class because he is hungry. Number 2. The teacher told him to reread the story. Again, the teacher told him to reread the story. Number 3. Maria has not complained for any discomfort. Number 3. Maria has not complained of any discomfort. Number 4. Her attire is inappropriate for the occasion. Again, her attire is inappropriate for the occasion. Number 5. My room is in disorder. I need to clean it. Again, my room is in disorder. I need to clean it. For letter B, copy and complete the table by making new word using the correct prefix re, dis, in, and im, and then write the meaning of the word. Example: appropriate, inappropriate, not appropriate. For letter C, read the sentence and copy the correct word that completes the idea. The government officials blank minors and seniors to go out during enhanced community quarantine. We allow, disallow, inallow. Mother blank things that are not in their proper place. In like, dislike, we like. The teacher asked me to finish my blank data. Recomplete, discomplete, incomplete. Mother blanked the delicious leftover food last night for breakfast. Misheat, reheat, disheat. You will be given 5 minutes to answer. Time is up. Let us now check your answers. Here are the answers and I want you to check your work. For letter A, number 1, active. Number 2, reread. Number 3, discomfort. Number 4, inappropriate. Number 5, disorder. For letter B, number 1, insane, meaning not sane. Number 2, inactive, meaning not active. Number 3, indirect, meaning not direct. Number 4, improper, meaning not proper. Number 5, replay, meaning play again. For letter C, disallow, incomplete, dislike, reheat. Did you get it right? Great! If not, don't worry. There is still room for improvement. And that's end lesson 2. Please tune in for the next lesson here at 106.7 Home Radio. And now we're back. Please turn your module on page 11. We are now in lesson 3. Prefixes mis, an, and im. Here are what you need to know in this lesson. Identify words with prefix mis, an, and im. Define prefixes mis, an, and im. And give the new meaning of word with prefix. But before we go through with this lesson, let's try to recall lesson 2. Please turn your module on page 12. Under what's in, copy the correct word to complete the sentence. Here are the words inside the box. Reassign, disconnect, rewrite, dishonor, react, inattentive. Let's answer and begin at number 1. The pupils blank their compositions about themselves. Again, the pupils blank their compositions about themselves. Number 2. Teacher blank a new class president. Again, teacher blank a new class president. Number 3. The electricians blank the old Wi-Fi connection. Again, the electricians blank the old Wi-Fi connection. Number 4. My brother blank because he is still young. Again, my brother is blank because he is still young. The people in the barangay blank to the issue in COVID-19 with interest. 30 seconds will be given for you to answer. Alright, let's check your answer. For number 1, rewrite. Number 2, reassign. Number 3, disconnect. Number 4, inattentive. Number 5, react. Did you get it right? Very good, learners. You got it right. Now, let's check out what's new. You see there a list of prefixes with their meaning. Let me read them for you. The first column are the prefix. The second column are the meaning. The third column is the root word. The fourth column is the new word. And the last column is the meaning of new word. Prefix mis means wrong or wrongly. The root word there is guide. If we add mis to guide, it becomes misguide. Misguide means to guide wrongly. Another word is interpret. If we add mis to interpret, it becomes misinterpret. Misinterpret means to interpret wrongly. Another prefix is un, means not. The root word there is tidy. If we add un to tidy, it becomes untidy. Untidy means not tidy. Another root word there is happy. If we add un to happy, it becomes unhappy. Unhappy means not happy. Next prefix is im. Im means not. The root word there is polite. If we add im to polite, it becomes impolite. Impolite means not polite. Another word there is possible. If we add im to possible, it becomes impossible. Impossible means not possible. Did you now understand prefixes mis, un, and im, and how they are used to change the meaning of the root word? Great! Now, what does prefix mis mean? Prefix mis means wrong or wrongly, and prefix un and im means not. Remember that, kids? Are you now ready to apply your learning this afternoon? Fantastic! Please turn your module on page 13. Under what I can do, copy the word with prefix in the sentence and write its meaning on your answer sheet. Let's start and begin at number 1. Fake news are intended to mislead readers. Number 2. Our team was undefeated last season. Number 3. Cardo was worried that he would miscalculate the sum. Number 4. The woman had unfinished business. Number 5. The man think of himself immortal. For letter B, copy the correct word to complete the sentence. Choose the word from the box. Number 1. My aunt thinks her friend is blank because she cannot decide for herself. Number 2. She feels blank and tired. She will not wait for me anymore. Number 3. You are being blank when you do not tell the truth. Number 4. Nancy always frowns and looks blank. Number 5. Do not blank the computer lessons. 30 seconds will be given to you. Timer starts now. Time is up, children. Now let us check your answer. For letter A, number 1, misled, meaning to lead wrongly. Number 2, undefeated, meaning not defeated. Number 3, miscalculate, meaning calculate wrongly. Number 4, unfinished, meaning not finished. Number 5, immortal, meaning not mortal. For letter B, number 1, immature. Number 2, impatient. Number 3, untrue. Number 4, unhappy. Number 5, misuse. Get it right? Great! If not, don't worry. There is still room for improvement. You can try it again next time. And that's end lesson 3. Please tune in for the next lesson here at 106.7 Home Radio. This is Teacher Neressa, your teacher broadcaster, telling you if learning English feels you blue, Teacher Neressa is here for you. And now we're back. Please turn your module on page 13. We are now in lesson 4. Suffixes ness, full, and less. In this lesson, you need to know the following. Identify words with suffix ness, full, and less. Define the suffixes ness, full, and less. Give the new meaning of word with suffix. Okay, children, before we proceed to lesson 4, Do you still remember your previous lesson? Let's see. Please turn your module on page 14. Complete the table by adding the prefix mis, an, and im to the root word and give its own meaning. Write the answers on your answer sheets. Here are the root word. Number 1, usual. Number 2, place. Number 3, lead. Number 4, tie. And number 5, interpret. You will be given 2 minutes to answer. Time is up, kids. Let's check your work. Here are the answers. Number 1, unusual, meaning not usual. Number 2, misplaced, meaning placed wrongly. Number 3, misled, meaning led wrongly. Number 4, misinterpret, meaning wrongly interpret. Did you got it right? Amazing! You got it right! I have a question, children. Have you experienced being together with your family? How did you feel? That's good! Now, under what's new, try to look at the picture of a family and see what they are doing. Let's try to read the sentences about the picture. Sentence number 1. They have a wonderful family. Sentence number 2. Being together is their happiness. Sentence number 3. They are all selfless because they have each other. Notice the underlined words in the sentence. The underlined words are with suffixes. They are full, ness, and less. What is a suffix? A suffix is an affix. It is a set of letters added after a word. It changes the meaning of a word. Still on page 14 are the list of some suffixes. Let's check it out. The suffix less means smaller amount of. The root word is fear. When we add less to fear, it becomes a new word, which is fearless, and fearless means lacking fear. The suffix full means having qualities of. The root word is hope. When we add full to hope, it becomes a new word, which is hopeful, and hopeful means full of hope. The suffix ness means quality or degree. The root word is sad. When we add ness to sad, it becomes a new word, which is sadness, and sadness means condition of being sad. Did you get it, children? Again, what are suffixes? Suffixes are affix. It is a set of letters added after a word. It changes the meaning of a word. What does suffix full means? Suffix full means having qualities of. What does suffix ness means? Suffix ness means quality or degree. What does suffix less means? Suffix less means smaller amount of. Remember that, grade 4 learners? Please turn your module on page 15 and brace yourself as we are going to answer what I can do. For letter A, read the paragraph and copy the words with suffixes full, ness, and less. Write your answer on your answer sheet. Let me read the paragraph and listen well. It is summertime. The children visit their grandparents in the farm. It is always their happiness. They have sleepless nights. They do wonderful things in the farm. They enjoy peacefulness of the meadow near the lake. Sometimes they catch fish with the help of their grandpa and their cousins. They are helpful to make things easy for them. In the afternoon, their eagerness in helping feed grandpa's animals make them busy while grandma is watchful and mindful of them. The children cannot wait for another summer to come. They wish they could do these things next summer. For letter B, match the words in column A with the correct meaning in column B. Just write the letter of the correct answer. Under column A, number 1, careful. Number 2, faithful. Number 3, neatness. Number 4, hopeless. Number 5, goodness. Number 6, merciless. Number 7, truthful. Number 8, pointless. Under column B, letter A, without mercy. Letter B, state of being neat. Letter C, state of being good. Letter D, full of truth. Letter E, without point. Letter F, full of faith or loyal. Letter G, full of care. And letter H, without hope. 2 minutes time will be given. Begin answering.
Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to. And I know all the feelings that we shared are in the past. And I know your relationships are never meant to last. And I'll take some time, but I'll be alright. We're moving on. We're moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're moving on. Sometimes there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Sometimes we're not ourselves. There's no one I can turn to.
Okay, time is up. Let's see if we do have the same answers. Here are the answers. For letter A, happiness, eagerness, sleepless, watchful, wonderful, mindful, peacefulness. For letter B, number 1, G. Number 2, F. Number 3, B. Number 4, H. Number 5, C. Number 6, A. Number 7, D. And number 8, E. Good job, children! You are doing great! I hope you have learned something from me this afternoon. To enhance more of your learnings, Please turn your module on page 16. Under what's more, add the suffix less, ness, or full to the word inside the parentheses to make the sentence correct. Write the newly formed word in the blank. Write your answer on your answer sheet. Let us start at number 1. The Boy Scouts' virtue of open parentheses prepare, close parentheses is desirable. Number 2. They are open parentheses rest, close parentheses for the whole day. Number 3. There are open parentheses count, close parentheses of activities ahead of them. Number 4. We are taught to practice open parentheses faithful, close parentheses to God. Number 5. The children are open parentheses help, close parentheses. Number 6. We must be always open parentheses truth, close parentheses. Being open parentheses respect, close parentheses, to humans and nature is one of the values we must learn. Number 8. The flowers in the garden are very open parentheses color, close parentheses. Number 9. The barangay officials assisted 5 victims who were left open parentheses home, close parentheses in evacuation center. The children who won the game received a open parentheses hand, close parentheses of candies. You will be given 2 minutes to answer. Timer starts now. Time is up, children. Now let us check your answers. For number 1, preparedness. Number 2, restless. Number 3, countless. Number 4, helpful. Number 5, helpful. Number 6, truthful. Number 7, respectful. Number 8, colorful. Number 9, homeless. Number 10, handful. Did you get it right? Wow, that's great! It shows that you are really learning. Now, be ready to answer the post-test found on page 16 to 17 of your module. Read and answer each item and write the correct answer on your answer sheet. And that's the end of Module 5. Thank you so much for listening. Stay tuned for more episodes here at 106.7 Home Radio. This is Teacher Neressa telling you, if learning English fills you blue, Teacher Neressa is here for you. Have a great day, children!
Luca, anak, kamusta? Humana ba inyo ang klase?
Oo pa, kung daghanap po niyo mga bagong nakatunan karon. Di ba, classmates?
Wow, very good.
Classmates, magkuyog piya gihapon ta sa sunod na nga klase, ha? See you!
Mao kadto ang atong kinasing-kasing nga halad alang sa atong mga tinunan aron ang pagkat-on magpadayon bisan pa man sa mga kabag-uhan nga resulta sa pandemya. Dalit kaninyo sa Cebu City Government Local School Board, Cebu City Council, Department of Education, Cebu City Division, ug sa Home Radio 106.7. Atangi ang sunod nga klase sa kahanginan. Hangtod sa sunod higayon, ayaw si Piata sa pagpaminaw sa Ed Radio tungod kay ang pagkat-on kinahanglan magpadayon.